Take me south to stay. On the road again, myself lost way out of town. God damn, that was a loud ass truck, wasn't it?
That bothers me. My lip gloss is not even.
What should we do about that?
Nothing. It's just annoying.
Does it mean your lips are lopsided?
Anyway. I feel nervous though.
Here we go.
See, I don't know what you're gonna hit me with.
I'm not gonna hit you with a ball sack. What else do you hit somebody in the face with on a Monday? A ball sack. Yeah. Good morning, Walrus Nation. I hope you're having as good as Monday as we are. The show hadn't even started yet. We're already in fifth gear, ready to jump into overdrive. I was just excited when the show was getting ready to start with moonshine winding down, and I was like, here we go. She said, I'm not so sure what you're going to hit me with. What do you hit anybody with on a Monday morning? A ball sack.
I like tea in the morning.
A tea bag, whatever. Had a great weekend.
Fun.
We didn't get to spend it all together because Rick and I had to take off and decide on Thursday we're running to Rochester, New York to buy a motorcycle. Well, we didn't buy it. We actually purchased it on behalf of the Ace of Hearts Foundation. We're going to, when I say we, I use that in the loosest terms. Jen will probably do more work on this motorcycle than I actually will. So when I say we, I mean Rick and Machine are going to build an incredibly awesome bike for Ace of Hearts to take around next year and sell raffle tickets to, and then at the end of the rally season, they will raffle it off to a winner. All the proceeds going to the Ace of Hearts Foundation, which benefits the Red Devils. The Red Devils is an organization here in the Baltimore metropolitan area that helps cancer patients and cancer patients' families. See, when one person gets cancer, that person's entire family gets cancer.
They're awesome. I was talking with them. It's great.
Yeah, you met some of them
Yeah.
Saturday night at the event, and we'll discuss that event upcoming. They had Ace of Hearts had a great concert with Walk-Ins Welcome at the Tower parking lot party. What do they call it? A block party.
Yeah.
And an outside block party. Mother Nature was very, very kind to us weather-wise. And you know, on there, you're just enjoying the firmness of that microphone. But you met those guys Saturday night. Rick and I took off. Had a great trip up, great trip back. It's actually a wonderful business connection. The gentleman where we bought the motorcycle actually has a connection where he buys and resells these wrecked motorcycles. He goes and gets them from all over the eastern seaboard here and can actually hook us up with somebody that will deliver it, rather than next time us having to close the shop and take off and run up there.
12 hours.
Yeah, it would have cost less than gas for his connection to be able to deliver the bike to us had we known, but he didn't know, and he said he gets so many people that commit to buying these things and then never show up to get it. He was actually surprised we showed up. He shook our hands and thanked us. He said, thanks for not dicking me around on this. You know, we bought it, we deposited the money, we showed up the next day with a trailer, paid in cash, and out the door, you know. And apparently that's not the norm for him. So I said, look, we're going to be looking for more motorcycles to build. In the future, we have other builds lined up. We'll be looking for bikes to start with, and what better to buy than one that's already damaged, because you're going to rip it apart anyway, right? And we got a great bike for Ace of Hearts. I got to stop saying actually. I don't know why I'm hung on the word actually this morning. Get it out of my head. I took a video. Rick did a burnout here in the parking lot Saturday. So it's on Facebook. I posted it on Facebook, I believe, but I can show you on my phone. This is the new project bike. Rick does a burnout and takes off up through the parking lot. Now we're going to take it apart. After it does this amazing burnout, smoke's just boiling all over the front of the shop. I'll show you the video when we go off there. But we got the bike. We made the trip back. It was a long day, 12 hours. Yeah. And, of course, Rick gets us lost. Were you following us? Well, you don't follow my post, do you? You put up with me 5 days a week. Any break from me you can get. You know, I'm like that annoying older brother. You love having me around, but when you can get away from me, you need a break. You went to the zoo Friday?
No. I went to the zoo on Sunday, so I had to prepare for this. I was around children.
Oh.
I had to psych myself up.
Whose children? Who allows you around their kids?
Right. My sister.
Oh, so you're actually related to these children. Literally. There's the word actually again. Every time I say actually, kick me. Just kick me under the table.
Like right?
No, just kick me in the shin, not near ball level. Your legs ain't long enough. Yeah. You'd have to take 2 steps towards me to be able to kick me, and we're only 18 inches apart by this table.
That's sad.
It is sad. Pam felt so good being around you. You were so good, because Pam is usually the shortest one in the crowd.
Oh,
and she said, I felt so good that I wasn't the shortest one. She said, my God, that's a little person. I said it was those big titties that stunted her growth.
I'm a little itty-bitty one.
No, you're a lot of fun, and had the opportunity to meet more of the Ace of Hearts people. I know you have met Dustin, but you got to meet Wayne, the president, LaDon, the vice president of the organization.
I had a great time.
Yeah, LaDon's a lot of fun, ain't she?
Hilarious.
I have to tell this story, the butt story. She should have never shared it with me. Were you standing there when she told us?
Butt one. Okay, start now, because I know there was the other one when she had finally met you after like forever.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no, not that one.
Oh.
So we're downstairs. LaDon says I have to use the ladies' room. She takes off. She comes back and is laughing all over herself.
She has one of those contagious laughs.
Yes, she does. And she is giggling hysterically. And I thought she saw something funny, heard something funny. But she walks up to the group and says, I have to tell you something. And I said, what? Now, LaDon is the admitted princess. She is very self-conscious about her appearance and her look, and she's very self-conscious about others. If there's something wrong with you, she'll walk up and fix it if she knows you. You know, here, I'm not looking right. But she does it with so much love. She's a great person, don't get me wrong. She's not vain in a negative way. She's cute and funny. And so for somebody who is very self-conscious and vain, she goes into the bathroom, she does her business, and she looks in the mirror. Oh, my hair needs fixed. So she does the whole flip your head over, fluff the hair. Well, she knows she is the only one in the bathroom, but the automatic hand dryer goes off behind her. She stands up to look. There's nobody around. It goes off. She turns around and bends over again, and it goes off. And at that moment, she realizes, oh, my God, it's my fat ass that is turning the hand dryer. She thought the damn bathroom was possessed.
My ass turned it on.
She scared herself. And then I
that's great.
And then I told her, I said, well, by the way, Tab's drinking tonight. That's the only thing your ass is going to get turned on tonight, because he's about 3 sheets going to win. Oh, yeah, Tab was a train wreck, bless his heart.
That was
He has a good time no matter where he's at. Tab and LaDon, great people in the Ace of Hearts organization, just a fabulous organization to be affiliated with. I'm honored that they are even considered incorporating me into their events and being a part of their ride next year. I was a part of it this year. Mother Nature kind of dicked us a little bit with the whole rain thing, but we still did it. Rain or shine, bikers will always ride when there's money to be raised, and those that did. Speaking of money to be raised, after the Ace of Hearts event, we went out to the Mallet, hung out for a little while, but I couldn't stay too long because I had an event yesterday.
You laughed.
I did.
I have to go home.
Every party needs a pooper. That's why we invited you, party pooper.
We were jamming to Journey.
Yeah, the Journey tribute band was doing a fabulous job. Rick and Jamie were friends with members of the band that opened for them. Right. So we got there just in time to catch the last song. I think Rick and Jamie missed the performance completely. Pam and I got there a little bit ahead of everybody else. We grabbed a seat, caught the last song. Frank Barranco is the gentleman who was in the band. There's the song we heard. They did a great job on it. Unfortunately, we didn't catch much more of that. And then the Journey band kicked in, and
they were great.
Yeah.
I was jamming.
Quite impressive. Mm-hmm. The problem is when we got there, the lead singer was there, not necessarily in costume yet. He had on these black jeans, and you know me in white tennis shoes. And no, if you're above the age of 17, no. He's got on black jeans, the white tennis shoes, a Ray Lewis jersey tucked in, and then this shellac job done on the front of his hair, it was right back to where the mullet would begin if you had the mullet haircut, and then it just let down, the back hung down, but the front was, thick shellac. And I'm thinking, this poor guy is trying to, as hard as he can, and realizing he doesn't realize he's his own worst enemy.
He's never going to get laid.
Thin that lacquer out of the hair, untuck the jersey, and get rid of the white tennis shoes, dude.
Well, he did put on a jacket with tails.
But then I didn't know he was the lead singer. I just thought this was some poor dork that was out trying to put on his best cool scenario, and it wasn't working. Then I see him in the tails, the tuck.
Your mic's messed up. Jen's is fine.
My mic is messed up. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Well, can they not hear me? Is it staticky? It's distortion and a buzz in it. Do me a favor, pull them.
You can't even make out what you're saying. You can hear her fine.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't know what the problem is. I probably got bad equipment because everything is plugged in and nothing is. Nothing's loose. Nothing's out of whack. I'm not even.
I don't know. Everything.
All right, stop. There's a.
Yeah.
Without me talking, there's a huge hum in my cable somewhere. I can see it. So let's do this. How's that? I think my I think my channel 2 went down. Okay, yeah. Now with nothing going on, see, there's no buzz in it. I apologize for the break here, everybody, but apparently channel 2 has went down on my mixing board because it had a real bad hum in it. Now I changed the channel. So whoever that was that called Spoo, all right, brother. Spoo, thank you very much. Pam says lost your mic, it's buzzing. John Kirk says got buzzing, can't hear now. John, Pam, somebody let me know through the Facebook message whether I cured it. I think channel 2 went down on the mixing board, but I believe I have corrected it, and so we will see whether I have or have not.
It may have been Pam that just called my phone.
It probably was, because I'm sure they were blowing up phones everywhere, mine included, and we were just having a good old time talking along, and
Is that better now?
It should be, because I'm watching the monitor here, and there was a huge static something in it. But now that I've switched my channels to I've switched my mic to channel 4, I should be good. Yes, Pam says all good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Baby Cakes, for catching up with me and following up with me. So where was I? Let's go back a little bit. They couldn't hear me. So we were at Saturday, the Mallet, and I had to leave. The guy with the slicked back hair, and then I realized he is the lead singer. And I'm thinking, oh no, this may not work out well. He really could sing.
Yeah, he was great. It was very believable.
Did a very good job. The entire band was quite impressive. Mallet, the folks at the Mallet are always very good, and they great service there.
I like it there.
Yeah, it's a good environment.
Yeah, it was comfortable.
We've seen some old friends. My buddy Wayne Price and his lovely wife Bonnie. Here's a little tidbit of information. I performed the ceremony for those two weddings at the Havre de Grace Lighthouse a few years back. I don't even know how many years it's been now, but I am an ordained minister. I do perform biker ceremonies and for weddings that most churches won't let people in. So I will marry folks, and Wayne was one of those guys that said, hey, man, I want you to marry me and Bonnie. All right. It was a very nice early morning ceremony, like 9 o'clock, right there on the water, and just them and us.
Oh, that was beautiful.
It was quite nice. But I married those two individuals you met Saturday night.
Nice.
And we hung out with those guys, had a great time, and then, yes, I had to go home.
Well, you missed the shot.
Oh, see, that's a good thing I missed the shots because, you know what, thanks John Quirk says fixed, Pam says all good, thanks to both of you. John Q, always good to have him hanging around. I enjoyed seeing him at both the events last weekend in Ocean City. It makes me feel good to know that people are that interested in what we got going on to come hang out with us when we're at events, And yesterday's event was a very good event. It was the reason I had to go home early on Saturday night, but I'm glad I did because we were outside in the heat. And yesterday was way hotter than both Pam and I. Yeah, way hotter than both Pam and I ever anticipated. But a band from the Cecil County area called Old School, man, what a great job they did.
Was Alicia singing?
Yes, Alicia was there.
Alicia Smith. Yep.
No kidding, small world.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was there and helped out and did some did lead vocals on a couple of songs.
Great.
Yeah, and then sang backup. She did a very good Stevie Nicks.
Oh, she's excellent. I love it when she does that.
And the lead singer of that band, I don't know his name. I can't remember. Is it John?
I can't remember.
I don't know either. The sound guy's name was Neil, and he was very gracious to me, helped me out a bunch, and thank him very much. The lead singer of Old School, the gentleman that looks like the guy from Eurythmics.
Yeah.
Very cool dude, and the whole band was great. And their guitar player, man, he can sure stroke a guitar. Big guy with a bald head. I don't know his name, but he was a big guy with a bald head. And unfortunately, Rick, and the only reason I remember his name, and keep Rick's mom in your thoughts and prayers. He left the gig before it ever started, headed to the hospital. His mother had a stroke earlier in the week and was having what they thought were little mini strokes after. And she apparently had a very bad Saturday night, and Sunday morning as we were up there setting up, he got the phone call that they were taking her via the ambulance back to the hospital because she is not making any improvements since the night before. So he took off, and to Rick and his family and his mother, we'll keep you in our thoughts and prayers. But the band still picked up, and the show must go on, and they did an awesome job.
They're amazing. I've seen them all over the area. They're terrific. And Alicia, like I said, she's one of my good friends. She is amazing. And she's funny as hell, too.
Yeah, now I've seen her out and about.
Yeah, we used to bartend together at a couple different local.
Yeah, and that's where we've seen her at. And she's always taken very good care of Pam Pie and us, and always a very entertaining bartender.
Yeah,
She's always
we
got
should do it together.
Nice.
Like,
Well,
it was funny.
I can only imagine you two together.
A lot of fun.
Yes. And so yesterday's event was the Fallen Heroes fundraising ride for. I didn't realize it was for 5 specific families. In 2012, local law enforcement agencies collectively lost 5 officers. And so Ron Wood and a couple of folks got together, the Fraternal Order of Police chapter, I believe it's chapter 128 or whatever they call them, their numbers, Fraternal Order of Police number 128 and the Aberdeen Auxiliary Police Department got together a couple of years ago, last year. I don't remember how long this event's been going on, and started this fund for these families, the children of these officers. And so yesterday was the second or third event. There was a young lady there named Adrian. She is from the TV show that airs on Bravo, Below Deck, or, oh God, I forgot the name of the TV show. It's about when they take, like if you were to go rent a charter boat.
Okay.
And you took you and 25 of your friends on this charter cruise. Life Below Deck, that's what it's called, Life Below Deck. She's one of the deckhands, one of the people on the boat that comes and cleans your room, takes care of the cabin and all that stuff, and it's a show on Bravo. I'm not a TV guy, so I didn't know a whole lot about it. But very lovely young lady, quite personable. Of course, anybody that's in the entertainment industry has to be, a certain amount. But we had a little guy helping us draw tickets. She was the
little guy, like on a boat, like was he like the little?
No, it wasn't Tattoo from Fantasy Island.
The
plane, no, totally different show. That's an airplane. We're talking about boats. He was. You could tell he was quite fond of her.
Oh.
And he was cool, decked out in his little Ravens jersey, and he helped us draw the winning tickets. And thank you to Adrian for being out there with us, and wish her much success. Check out the television show Life Below Deck that airs on Bravo. And anybody, the Hogs and Heroes Maryland Chapter 3, they took care of all of the parking and traffic direction, and the Darlington Volunteer Fire Department, the Port Deposit VFW, all huge contributors and sponsors. The Darlington Volunteer Fire Company donated their big engine to lead the ride, that big brand new pretty fire engine they got. And fire engines cost a huge amount of money, and local volunteer fire departments around this country, people don't appreciate them enough. I think about it, as my youngest daughter is turning 18 this weekend. We've got big birthdays celebrating all week long. Rick's sister, Vicky, is having a birthday tomorrow. She's turning 29 again for like the 48th time or something. How many anniversaries of her 29th birthday we're celebrating, but it's a bunch. Kirsten turns 18, and, as she's turning 18, it reminds me, because both of my children were born in the fall, right after Jordan's 18th birthday is when she had the accident. A drunk driver hit her. And I think about those guys from Abingdon Volunteer Fire Company every year. We donate a little money to them every year. We ain't rich. We ain't got a lot. But since that day, they saved my kid's life. And these guys don't get paid to do this. They don't get paid to be called out of bed at 3 a.m. in the morning to go fix something, to go help somebody in need. They do it because there's a desire in their heart to be an assistance to their fellow man. And I'm very appreciative of that. Though Jordan's accident happened at 7 o'clock in the evening, some drunk crossed the yellow line and hit her. These guys, it was New Year's Eve. These guys, New Year's Eve, got screwed up because some drunk bastard couldn't keep himself out of the driver's seat of a car and tried to take my kid out. And I'm very thankful for folks like that. And when they take time to donate that big, pretty engine to come riding in there, it just reminds me of the volunteers and the lost time from family, interrupted holidays and parties because they volunteer their time to do that. And we're thankful to each and every one of those. And that Fallen Heroes fundraising event yesterday was a huge, huge success. And I hope and pray that next year it'll be an even bigger success. Ron Wood and J.B. Bratcher, those folks worked very hard to put that event on, and it was a good time. The band did a great job. All of the sponsors that were there, Minnie Haynes Irish Pub in Elkton was there, had a full bar set up. Yes, Fast Eddie's Pit Beef, and the, was it Elkton Station Winery was there, or something? Is it Elkton Station? I think that's what it is.
The Northeast one?
Yes.
Northeast Station? I don't know.
No, it was there was a winery there that was selling wine by the bottle, Fast Eddie's Pit Beef.
Wine.
Yeah, well, we did too. Pam had her bottle, her mandatory bottle of wine. Anytime you're in a winery.
The ones that go around your neck and like hold the wine glass on your neck. Have you seen this?
Oh yeah, so like you're
Great.
you're the Saint Bernard of wine drinking, and you carry your own glass around your neck.
And that way, when you do eventually throw up or you're drool, it's just right there.
It's just right there. You can just dump it out and put fresh wine in it. Yeah, just rock on, rock on.
I love that idea.
So a great weekend all the way around, and thanks to everybody that came out, hung out, and we did announce Saturday night officially that we had picked up the Ace of Hearts bike, and we're back with it. I did forget to show Wayne and Dustin the video of the bike doing the burnout. I will show them, though. I will. Terrapin Winery. Terrapin Station Winery. Thank you, Pam Pie. That was it. Terrapin Station Winery was on location selling wine, and we bought a white wine. It was chilled right there for you. Had little cups. It was very nice. And the wine was actually very good. And I'm more of for some reason, I've evolved into this red wine drinker. I just
I don't like the red.